Well, you don't know people. Steve Austin, for those of y'all who know me, for those of y'all who don't know me, you know me now. It's all about House of Music presents the One Turntable and a Mic on June 12th. And that location is the House of Music Yard. If you know where it is, forward. If you don't, ask somebody. Through the Covian thing, we're not really giving out a direct address, but for those of y'all who know where House of Music Yard is, that's where it's going down, June the 12th. We're going to be honoring Sister Carol, Lady Ann, Mikey Jarrett, Johnny Osbourne, Sammy Dread, Michael Palmer, Junior Demus, Tuffest, Reverend Badu, Willow Wilson. And for Soundman, we're going to be honoring Sir Tommy's, Sounds Jr., and Downbeat, all to be taking place right here inside of the House of Music Yard, June the 12th. These are some of the sound people and musicians that when I took an interest in really saying I'm going to go out there and do music, these are the people I saw in the forefront. As for instance, Sir Tommy's, when we did want to go DJ on a sound, that was one of the sounds that was around during that time when I was just looking and lurking. These are the sounds that I heard about. These are the sounds that I had on cassette before me even start DJ. So these are the sounds I was listening to. And there's quite a few more, but that's just one or two of the few. I noticed as time went along, I met certain artists that what they would call now today the elder artists or the foundation artists. Come up with them. I'm going to notice that these are the music that they made that I used to dance to. These are the music that they made that I used to clean my house to. When I feel like really palav, drop down my window and I drive. And I them music in every car. For them music I play loud. So these are the music I came up with. These are the artists that I came up with. And I believe they deserve a acknowledgement. So I'm there for try to do that. It's a lot has to do with it when you start to see an artist, especially if he's from your community. It's just natural. You look at him as just what he is, your neighbor, your brethren down the street, because naturally it's just, you feel that close. It's the people that live out of state who don't get to see that person. Not to say that we don't appreciate them, we do, but it's just a different vibe that we show them, and it may look like we don't appreciate them, but we do appreciate them. It's just that they are what they are. To me, they're my next door neighbor. You understand? So we treat them like how we see them, but no, they are stars and they deserve to be acknowledged and treated as stars. It's not just this song didn't just play on our block. These songs came from way across different shores of the Caribbean, which meant that they were hits in order to reach so far over here to America or over to England. So yeah, we have to treat them and deal with them as according as they are. Stars.
Rainbow Car Service, 718-498-4444.
For the bitter tonic, it's bitter, but it's good. Rainbow Car Service, Mr. Printer.
Phase 2, 9117 Avenue L is the newest event space in Canarsie.
I do everything I do for the love of music and self-satisfaction, basically, because I love music. So I'm not really doing it for an individual or a group of people. I love music that much. I love music enough for all of it. So whatever I do is really self-satisfaction. It's because I love doing it. If I didn't love it, me not care if 20 people, 1,500 people love it. Me not like it. Me not deal with that. Only deal with what I like. So, you know, reggae music and the artists that I've grown up with and got to know, they deserve it. And if I can be the one to do it, then that's a blessing for me. All right. Galaxy, for me, when you're talking Galaxy, you know, you're talking for me. You have some people that can take it back further than me, but for me, we're talking 79, 80, 81, 82. You see, during that peak, Galaxy, Jesus, peace. All right. Very, very fun place, very, very entertaining place, but a very, very dangerous place. One way in, one way out. If you know the club like how I knew it, then you know that there is a back way out. But for those who didn't know, you're not gonna know. So you find out, say you have maybe 700 people that try to fit right back through that one door that they came in if anything broke out. Yeah, man, they did crazy down there. But still in all, a very well kept club because it lasted for a very long time. And I don't believe that I've ever heard of anybody actually dying in there. Shot lick, yes, but I don't recall in my years of going there that I've heard anybody dying in the club. I wouldn't call it foolish. It's just that that's what was going on. It didn't matter where you were because you could go to a different club. You could go to maybe Dynasty. You might go to Love People. And the same occurrences would happen. So it's like either you do or you don't. We as young youth, we on the party scene. We going. Me no care how much shot I lick, we going. Especially if the right sounds was there. So that's just how it was, just a part of time that things like that was happening in all parties, no matter which party you go, it was just that. So just saddle up and just know, say, if you was a real brother, just know, say, you're not no fear, you go anywhere and party. Well, I can tell you, there's 3 people, which has nothing to do really with one turntable and a mic, but since we asked me that, I'm going to tell you 3 people in my lifetime that I've met that to me was like a Michael Jackson when I see them, because before seeing them, I purchased most of their songs, and most of them always had pictures, you know, on the back of the album or even the front or even back and forth. I mean, would plaster my room with enough of them pictures. Sugar Minott was definitely one of them. Johnny Osbourne, another one of them. And they did have an artist, what was her name again? It was a woman artist back in the days. Mama Liza. For some reason, me just like Mama Liza. Me just like how she DJ. So me have maybe 4 or 5 of those 3 artist pictures just pinned all over my wall. When I got to meet these people, it was like my bottom lip started shake. I mean, not really quiver over nobody, but I couldn't believe that. Yo, and then they were so like regular. Sugar Minott was walking the street, just walking, cut off foot pants, old clocks. I'm not looking for these guys to be like that. I got these songs in my room, the album cover. I'm looking them to see in a limousine, but they were so down to earth that me and them became friends. And after being friends, it's like every time me and them I hang out, I'm looking at them from the side saying, yo, you're blessed, Steve. You know, them man, you were a fan, I know you're friends. So, you know, if be in what I'm doing in music and getting to meet all of who I look at as stars and getting to meet them and becoming friends with them, yeah, it's a real big thing for me. And I honor them. And that's why I'm going to do it on June the 12th. I'm going to honor them, not with just words. I'm going to honor them with something that they can look on them living room table and see, say, yeah, them get something for them works. They get a knowledge for their works. Cause they did a lot of work. But once again, it's going down big and heavy. Saturday, June the 12th, inside the House of Music Yard. Once again, I'm not giving out the address. Most of y'all know where House of Music Yard is, all right? If you don't find out, ask somebody, inquire, do some homework. Because this dance is worth doing every homework that you got to do to find out the location. All right, so that's going to go down once again, June the 12th, all courtesy of House of Music. Brings you one turntable and a mic. I want to really pass through, and honoring time will be 10 o'clock sharp. All right, because we don't want to give out awards this whole time. So, you know, say music and artists are go dead, it'll go crazy. Enough entertainment, it'll go nice. Just like back in the days. The original one turntable and a mic. And like I said before, 10 o'clock sharp, we will be honoring all of the artists there. Mikey, Jarrett, and Reverend Badu, they were a little older, but they had a certain power. And they used to go around some of the biggest sound systems, which gave them a leverage also of being seen. So that's how they really kind of bust out the pack first. And I want to tell you, they did a well job, a very great job. Mikey Jarrett are one of the artists that showed people that, yo, we don't have to always plug up with sound system into the lamppost and I keep free dance. People will pay for Siwi. I'm not gonna say he was the first, but he was one of the first. Where when he kept a dance, he showed and proved $10, $15, and people paid. When we were all used to waiting until Friday or Saturday and going in certain areas and, you know, say sound system are set up, you're going to hear all of the DJs them for free. Or a certain base where you can go and see all of them on DJ and But he said, no, people will pay, we are star. And so I have to give him the real props. Mikey Jarrett really and Reverend Badu really helped to put dancehall on the map in Brooklyn. They have radio people that also help really make Brooklyn artists what they are. You have people like Gil Bailey, rest his soul. People like Pat Bailey, rest her soul. That was behind the street. Because what you hear on the street, you could turn into WNWK little later on, and a good chance you was going to hear some of those same favorite songs that you were listening to live on song by Gil Bailey, or by a Clive Hudson, or by a Clinton Lindsay. You know, so those are some of the people that really helped put this dancehall thing on the map for those who know it now. Jarrett was always cool with me. I don't know how me and Jarrett really got so cool, but it was like we always knew each other. I had no problem with ever getting a mic from anyone. Like, for some reason, they all, showed me that love, whether they were a more established artist than me or more under-established. But I never had a problem, but I had my own problem. I had no confidence. So when a man called me on the mic, it's him. It was his ideal to call me. I mean, just go up there. But other than that, me just roll with it. But Mikey Jarrett is a youth where if him know you can DJ, he might call you up. Him definitely will call you up. Reverend Badu, another one, will call you up. So, yeah, there are a lot of artists that was back then that was not selfish. They wanted to see this thing really push forward and give artists breaks. But I want to say what's up to everybody because you don't know all the things there. If I say what's up to one and don't say what's up to 1,000, them are going to want to chop off my neck like with their over in the Middle East. So I just want to say big up everybody. I want you all to support me. House of Music, One Turntable. Just support. When you go up on the YouTube, look for House of Music, ENT. Music is spelled MUZIK, ENT. And subscribe. That's how you can show your support. Subscribe. I'm on the radio each and every Monday, each and every Thursday from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. I'm kind of actually running late now. But tune in, Red Hot Radio, 102.3. And if you're not in the Brooklyn, New York area, then you log on www.redhotradio1.net. And that's all it is. Belly must me, I forgot to check you again because August 29th inside of the Rose Garden, which was once the Rose Garden, is named a different name now, but for those of y'all who know Rose Garden, it's Rose Garden. August 29th, it is going to be my Earth Strong. Sunday, August 29th, inside the Rose Garden. It's going to be crazy. I have the Top Shotter Band, and I have a whole heap of artists. So make sure, flyer soon drop, you will see it. So make sure you mark down them dates. August 29th, Steve Austin, Earth Strong, and then you have One Turntable and A Mic, which is June 12th.
Rainbow Car Service 718-498-4444.
Pour a bitter tonic. It's bitter, but it's good. Rainbow Car Service, Mr. Printer.
Phase 2, 9117 Avenue L is the newest event space in Canarsie, Brooklyn.